Welcome everyone to another episode of the Brown Circus. In today's update, I'll be providing my scan results from the PET scan that took place on January 8th. So as mentioned in our last update, I did have my PET scan, which took place this past Friday. With having the date in hand, I was happy knowing when the scan would take place to get the answers, but I was also a nervous wreck because those scans would predict what was going to come next. Was it going to be good news or bad news? Luckily for all of you, you're not going to have to deal with any of the anxiety, as I'm not going to make you wait to the end of this video to share the news. And the results are in. I am so happy to report that my scans are stable. I'm going to give you a minute to celebrate. So while you're celebrating, you might be asking yourself, okay, stable. So are you cured? Do you need to continue your medication? How are you feeling? Are you heading back to work? What does stable mean? So just like you, I had several questions. And I asked Dr. Kunta about 100 times to repeat the scan results with nothing but tears in my eyes. They were happy tears, of course, but still 101 questions ran through my head. So I'm going to try to share my journey and answer all the questions I have received, and hope along the way that I answer yours as well. So let me back up just a bit in case you're watching this and you aren't 100% sure what is going on. So back on September 4th, 2020, I was given the news I was stage 4 after my first PET scan that took place on August 14th of 2020. So if you told me back then I would be happy to hear the word stable, I wouldn't have understood why. So on September 21st, 2020, I started with the following medications. Every 28 days, a shot is administered in my stomach. I have 3 pills that I take, which is called Kisqali. I take 1 letrozole pill, and twice a day I take Eliquis for my blood thinner medication. Currently, as of right now, I'm on my 5th cycle of medication. Okay, so I think we're back up to where the PET scan is about to go down. I had my follow-up with Dr. Kunta where I received the news. He shared that I was stable, and after many tears shed, I got out the words of, well, what do you mean? So let me explain the best I can to you what I was told. So the scans that took place on August 14th were compared to the scans on January 8th, and they showed improvement. Most, if not all, of the lesions on my back, femur, and lungs were gone. It's a lot to take in. Again, happy tears. Now with that information, I still need to remain on my current medication. My medication is working and will continue to monitor to ensure the cancer does not spread elsewhere. So cured and remission are not words you'll hear me say. And most cancer patients don't like using those words. And I'm really not trying to sound down. There are still cancer cells within my body, and I'm continuing my medication so that I remain stable. So stable means the medication is doing what it needs to, and it's fighting those cancer cells, and we want that to continue. So I will remain on the medication I'm currently taking until it no longer works. So how am I feeling? I cannot even explain. I am thinking positive that the medication I'm on will continue what it needs to do for years to come, and I think we're all wishing that. So when given the news of being stable, I cried, and it was not sad tears, it was happy tears, just like you've witnessed. So when first given the diagnosis, you want to stay positive, but of course you go to that dark place. COVID has definitely made things worse with not being able to see family and friends.
Well, if it isn't our old friend.
The coronavirus, I think that at some point that's going to sort of just disappear, I hope.
And you don't want to think bad thoughts, but of course they happen. So what is next? Well, I will be starting a new medication called Zometa. It will be an infusion that I believe will be given every 28 days. I'm really not sure a lot on this medication. It was just told to me that I would have to be starting this, so I still have some more research to do. What I do know is this is to help strengthen my bones. So if and when, because we all know it'll probably happen, I don't break any of my bones. With not knowing much about this drug, I have leaned on my Facebook groups to get some additional information. And from other patients on this medication, it does seem that there are some side effects that take place with the first few doses. It's almost like flu-like symptoms, so fingers crossed that they aren't too bad. Also, due to a small spot on my pancreas, an MRI is going to be scheduled along with some blood work. Now this spot also showed up on my scan in August and it hasn't grown, so getting the MRI is more just for precaution. I also have an ultrasound at the end of this month to monitor the cysts that keep popping up. Then, in April, I'll go for another PET scan. And last but not least, this coming Sunday, I will also be returning to work. I will be starting slow and see how getting back into a routine helps. I am beyond grateful for all of the prayers and messages. I can't thank my doctors, the research doctors who continue to find more medications to help those with stage 4, my current medication, and of course my family and friends enough. I've been given more time to be with all of you, even if it is just through Zoom for now, and to make many more memories with you all.
So I'm here, and we're going to end this video, and Lisa's struggling on how to end it. So we're just going to say thank you guys for watching this video. We know these updates aren't always fun, they're not always easy. We struggle as a family to get through them. Lisa does a tremendous job of sharing what's going on in Lisa land. We've taken a small break as we awaited this news and made it through the holidays and went through the kids' extended vacation. But now that we've got some good news, we're going to keep moving forward with life, taking it day by day, one day at a time, one of Lisa's favorite sayings. So thank you guys for watching. And with that, bye.
Bye everybody. Thank you.